Hey y'all, Irix Guy here, and it's May 2021, and I wanted to post another follow-up review for the Schwinn IC4. Again, I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell you how it is, and this video is going to be no different. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to do so, and ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. And check out my Schwinn IC4 video playlist. I've got a lot of videos now, and obviously a lot more coming soon. If you have a question, just ask, and I'll try to respond in the form of a video. But this thing has been great. I got it when the pandemic kind of started, and at that time I didn't really feel comfortable going to the gym, so I got this, and I've never looked back. It's been such a great experience. One of the things that I want to note is that, when I assembled it, see, I've still got this little plastic piece on there. So I've been able to confidently wipe the sweat off of that and not have to worry about damaging the screen underneath. So if you get one of these, oh, and by the way, for shopping for it, expand this video's description and then click the link there. You can find the IC4, the mat like I use, the shoes like I use, smart TV like I use, and a lot more. But yeah, and I kept the little protective plastic on that too, because you do get sweaty when you're working out. One thing I want to talk about, these handlebars, phenomenal. You can see here, and this video is in 4K, if I push really hard, it's got a little bit of give to it, but not much. So these are a very firm and confident feeling grip. What's nice about it is that when I clean this, with a warm washcloth, because, if you've got a material that's really soft, and you know what I'm talking about, that material seems to tear this, that, and the other. Since this is on the harder side, but it's still padded enough for your hands, it cleans up really well. It's apparent that Schwinn put a lot of R&D, research and development into making this. Same type material on these water bottle cages. And, must I add, those water bottle cages are generously sized. And, it came with these weights, 1.5 kilogram. 3 pounds, whether you're imperial or metric or imperial, whatever your style is. And then resistance knob, obviously it's the piece that is getting the most turns because you increase your resistance or decrease your resistance. It's held up exceptionally well. No issues there. The seat or the saddle, if you're a cyclist, you probably call it a saddle instead of a seat. Holding up exceptionally well. And I like this seat because it's not too soft and it's not too hard. In my opinion, it's the perfect blend of soft and still kind of firm. So, but, if you don't like it, it's just a bicycle seat and it's easy to replace with one that you like. IC4 super adjustable. You can go up and down with the seat post, the seat or the saddle, forward, backwards. The handlebars, forward, backwards, or the handlebars up and down. So very easy to adjust. Obviously, this uses magnetic resistance, so you don't have those friction pads that smell funny and burn unevenly, and you have to replace. It has I don't know how many magnets, but it's got magnets up in there. And when you turn the knob, it increases or decreases the resistance magnetically. This thing is whisper quiet because it doesn't have anything physically making contact with the wheel that's spinning because it's using magnetic resistance. Also, to add to the quietness is the fact that it is a belt-driven exercise bike, meaning that it doesn't have a chain. So that's quieter. And what I like about that is that, unlike a chain that you lubricate and it slings that lubricant all over the place, this is using a belt. So it's very quiet, no issues there. The pedals on this bike are phenomenal. On one side, you've got a toe cage. You could take those off if you didn't want a toe cage. And on the other side, you've got these pieces for clipless shoes, the cycling shoes that clip. I like the toe cages because I had a really bad wreck on a road bike and my feet remained strapped to the bike and the bike went over my head. It was not fun. So, you know, for that reason, I prefer toe cages. But you may not have had a bad experience with clipless pedals, so you may like to do that, you know, to clip your feet in to the pedals, and that's perfectly acceptable. It's a lot more, it feels a lot more efficient when you pedal with, you know, with cycling shoes that are attached. But again, a matter of personal preference. Those are the shoes like I use. They don't clip, and you can find them, expand this video's description, and click the link there. This thing is super quiet without a mat, but I put it on a mat, number one, to better protect my floors, and number two, when I sweat, it gets on the mat instead of my floor. So all I do is, you know, I mop the mat, makes it effortless to clean. This bike, this IC4, will roll. You see you got wheels on it? You could easily roll it out of the way while it's not in use if space is of concern in your workout area. For my space, it's not. This is where it stays. But you could roll it. Now keep in mind those wheels could scratch certain types of floors, so be careful. What I do, because this thing is so small and so lightweight, I just carry it. See how wide it is? That's a standard interior door. This bike will probably fit through most any door. I mean, unless you've got super small doors in your place, man. So easy to move around if you can't keep it in a semi-permanent location. And if you're not as strong as I am, you could pop off the seat post, pop off the handlebar assembly, and then all you would have to be doing is carrying that piece, move it to your other room, pop your seat post back on, pop your handlebars back on. So very convenient to use, very convenient to move around, and again, so quiet. You know, if you're in an apartment or a place where other people live, you know, you could probably use this and they probably wouldn't even know you're working out. Now, what makes this thing great is that it's got the integrated computer. You can use this bike without any sort of subscription. You know, you can just pedal and you can watch your virtual mileage and your virtual speed, and it's got a little heart rate monitor you can strap on your wrist. So you could solely use this bike without a subscription, know what your RPM is, your cadence, time you've been riding, the estimated calories burned, your speed, your distance, your resistance level, and your heart rate. And you can do it in metric or imperial. You can toggle between the two. Check out my video where I explain how to switch Schwinn IC4 to imperial from metric. And then right here, completely optional, but what I do is use a smart TV. There's several apps that I've used. Check out my reviews of each. But the app that I prefer and use now is Apple Fitness Plus. I use it in conjunction with my Apple Watch. It's a super streamlined experience, and I'm able to track my workouts, not just for my exercise bike, but also my rowing machine and when I do my outdoor workouts. So that's what I choose, but there's a lot of apps available. If you want like a road biking type simulator, there's an app called Full Gas, which is like, you know, road biking. There's an app called Zwift, which is the same type of deal. It's like road biking. There's another app, the Peloton app, not to be confused with the Peloton that comes with the Peloton branded bike, but the Peloton app is a very good experience. I enjoyed it, and it didn't feel diluted. Now, if you're using Peloton app with this, there's certain features that the Peloton bike brand, if you buy the Peloton brand bike, you may get like, I think it's the leaderboards and a few other things. But for me, the Peloton app was great. But when Apple Fitness Plus came out, I converted to Apple Fitness Plus, and Apple Fitness Plus is the only app that I use for my IC4 and also with my rowing machine right now. I like it. It's affordable, and it meshes well with my Apple ecosystem. I use a lot of Apple devices. But you may find that you like another app, and hey, you know what? If you don't want to use an app at all, you can put it in front of a TV, watch a movie, watch a TV show, watch a YouTube video. You know, you don't have to use an app. And again, that's the beauty of Schwinn IC4, is that potentially one could purchase the Schwinn IC4 and not have to deal with any sort of subscription. They could just pedal and use the integrated computer to track their progress. So really nice experience. And I think you'll find, you know, just the comfort, the adjustability, the overall build quality of this, the ease of assembly. Check out my assembly video. It's been a great experience. I would definitely, 100% without hesitation, purchase the Schwinn IC4 again. You know, if you're wanting a really good indoor cardio workout, that's easy to move around, doesn't take up a lot of space, and is good build quality, I wouldn't second guess it. And again, if you're shopping for the IC4, expand this video's description and then click the link there, and you can find where to order the IC4, the mat like I use, the shoes like I use, TV, soundbar, everything like I use. Thanks for your viewership and best of luck with your fitness goals. Y'all have a good day.